Hi, I'm Kremser with CreativePro, and in this video, you'll learn how to make shadows in Adobe Illustrator. To add a shadow to your object, simply select it, then go to the Effect menu, and then click on Stylize, and choose Drop Shadow. This will bring up the Drop Shadow options box, and let's take a look at the options here. The default mode is in Multiply, which is generally the best blending mode setting for any type of shadow. The opacity is set at 100%, which is usually a bit high if you want a shadow that looks more natural. I like to set this somewhere between 30 and 40%. So we'll just change that and take a look at how that changes. And now you can see it looks a bit more like a natural shadow. Next we have the X offset and the Y offset, and these just control how far the shadow falls from your object. So the X offset, just like in any other case, will move the shadow left to right, and the Y offset will move the shadow up and down. So you can adjust however you want that to fall, and that will make the object look like it is closer or farther away from the background. Next we have blur. Now the default is at 5 pixels, and you can see that gives a nice soft edge, but you can go ahead and turn this up. If we turn it all the way up to about 20 pixels, you'll see that really blurs out into a nice soft shadow. And then alternatively, if you want a really sharp shadow with no blur, you can just turn that down to 0 pixels, and you'll end up with this completely sharp edge. I'm going to set this back to 10 pixels, and then we'll take a look at color. Now the default color here is black, but you can change this to whatever color you like. For example, if you have a solid color background, you might want to take into account what would look most natural on that background. One more thing to keep in mind is to make sure that you have your preview button checked while you're working so that you can see the changes live. And now let's say you have worked a little bit more in your document and you realize that you want to make some adjustments to that shadow. What you can do is go over here in your Properties panel, and you should see a shortcut to the effect. And if it's not in there, you can open up your Appearance panel and then just go ahead and click on that Drop Shadow effect. That will bring the Drop Shadow options box back up, and this way you will be editing the same shadow that you applied instead of applying a new effect. One more quick shadow tip for you. I'll go to another artboard just to show you what happens when you apply to a group. So if we want to go ahead and select all of these, we can go up again to our effect window, go to Stylize and Drop Shadow. And if we click OK here, if you have an object that has multiple pieces but isn't grouped, you'll have that shadow effect applied to each piece. What happens when you group this object, I'm going to hit Control or Command G to group it. You'll see that in the Appearance panel for this group, you don't have the option to edit a shadow for the group. I'm just going to undo to show you one more thing here. If you group an object first, again using Command or Control G, and then go to Effect, Stylize, Drop Shadow, you'll see that the drop shadow is added to the group in the Appearance panel. That's great if you want to make sure that the drop shadow effect stays consistent between the pieces in your group. But I do want to note that what happens if you ungroup this, I'm using Control-Shift-G or Command-Shift-G, you'll see that the shadow effect goes away because that was applied to the group, and now the group no longer exists. So just something to be aware of when you are applying shadows to multiple objects. Make sure that you choose whether to apply the shadow to the group or to the individual objects as needed.
Well, I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, be sure to give it a like and subscribe to our channel. And for thousands more how-to articles and tutorials, visit our website, creativepro.com, and become a member today. Thanks for learning with us.